All right, guys. So first things first, I want to welcome you all back. I know it's been a little while. I've had a little hiatus of going off the grid. Got married, and life caught up with me. But now we're back in the swing of things, and we're gonna get back to trading. Every week, I'm gonna try dropping a watch list sometime around Sunday. Might be in the morning, evenings, doesn't matter. I'm gonna try doing futures open, but if we can't get that, then we can't get that. And so every week going forward, look out for watch list like this dropping every Sunday. So first things first, we're gonna drop into the stocks that we're looking at. And I'm gonna go ahead and sort this by name, make it a little easier for me. First one that we're gonna look at is ARM. And ARM on the daily. Let's actually see if we can go back over here. This was the chart I was using to do my analysis on earlier. So back to ARM. As you see right here, ARM came down, had a little bit of turbulence. RSI is showing that this thing is screaming. The MACD is showing a lot of strength. And we broke over the all-time highs in the last session, but we ended up wicking back down. Could that be that we're going to pull back to 150.72? Not sure. But it's on my watch list this week. If my alert goes off at 168, I got it at 168.38, maybe like 168.05 area, 168 flat. I think it's safe to take this bad boy long. So now getting into our next play. I don't think it's BA, no. But something to watch right here. Looking at Boeing, we've got the RSI kind of turning down. The MACD is still kind of okay-ish, but it's kind of testing that uptrend right there. And that blue line right there is the 50-day moving average. It's broken down over that. The 9 and the 21 EMA are about to cross, so just something to watch. I had it on my list, but it wasn't something that was kind of, you know, jumping out at me. Here's one. GE has been on a rip ever since about October of last year. But, all good things. What goes up must come down, right? So what we got here is we got a real strong red candle that came down, kind of broke this prior support resistance area right here, broke it down. It kind of resembles a double top. I mean, you have two areas of resistance right here, and it kind of broke this neckline. It could be a double top. Maybe, let it come back and test. We've already kind of done that, essentially. And it broke through the 50-day moving average. I don't think we have enough room to come back down. I mean, the next point of support that I see right here is the 200-day moving average at 126.35. Do we get there? Maybe. How quickly? I don't know. What I do know is that this is the name that's going to be on my radar this week for a continuation short. Okay, so add GE to your watch list. Let's see what we got here. Goldman Sachs is the next one on our list. 1 second, I got to take a little drink. It's just water, guys. Just water. GS is something to watch. Kind of has this and I think JP Morgan that's on my list. They've got very similar setups, but this right here is perched up right on the 50-day moving average at 440. The 9 and the 21 kind of crossed up here. We are just looking at a shift in momentum. This is an indicator that I just got done putting together. And it looks like the fib waves are starting to turn. We're still in a bull trend, but you can see we're getting some short signals up there. We got a hammer candle. I mean, just something to watch. I think that if you set your alerts right below 440, I think that you can have some downside that you can capitalize on, at least to 419, 420 area. We could even come back down to test the 200-day moving average in this prior huge area of consolidation at about 400, and that's a whole number. So that's definitely a good area. Maybe don't ping that as your target, but I would definitely look at it from a standpoint of an area for a bounce for sure. Once you play it short, we should have a recovery move there if it was to get there. JP Morgan, kind of the same thing, except we've gotten the breakdown. Not sure why I got that box right there, but we are going to get rid of that. As you see right here, it's broken down below the 50, 9 and 21 have crossed. There was an area of support right here, right where the 50 is, as well, holding up the price action. So I do think that we can come down and probably test the 179, 180 area. stretching down to the furthest extent of about 176. So once again, guys, set your alerts to about 190 and watch this for a continuation short. Next up on our list is going to be a fan favorite, Microsoft. The analysis is simple here. We had some bearish divergence in the MACD, but that seems to have gone away. The momentum has shifted back to the upside. The RSI looks good. We've got some strong momentum up, and it just keeps making higher highs. We're knocking on the door of the new all-time highs here. So, honestly, I would say 444. Set your alerts this week to 444. Anything above that on Microsoft is going to rip. The next one on our list is going to be Netflix. This is the next one I'm looking at. Same thing as Microsoft. The momentum's there on all of our oscillators. It's making higher highs. It's breaking all-time highs and closed at all-time highs on the last session. So Netflix, I just got my alerts right over 677, 676, 50. Anything over that, we can look to take it long. Then another fan favorite, NVIDIA. Everybody loves NVIDIA. Same thing. This thing is way overbought. Okay. Just recently had its stock split. Its momentum's good. Everything is there. Everything is there for this stock. Higher highs here, which now it's crazy that a higher high on NVIDIA is $133 when it was just at about $1,200, $1,300. But if they were to reverse that split, we'd be almost knocking on the door of 1,400 right now. We'd be at like 1,330. Regardless, this name has to stay on our radar. No matter what you think, tech bubble popping or, June's a bad month for the stock market. It's all nonsense. Follow the trend. Don't get your butt kicked. Next is another one that people like, and it's something that I saw. That is this trend I've been following for a while here. It's kind of been trading within this channel. I know that we kind of broke out right there, but that could just be an oddball. We're right around the 200 EMA right there, where we've got two daily candles that have rejected off of this trend line. If this prints lower, if this goes below 168, that would be the safest play here. If this goes below, I'm actually going to set an alert right there now that I'm doing that. If that goes below that area right there, we can look at take this short back down to test this channel. So just something to look out for. Set your alerts, something to keep on your radar. And now we've got XOM. Oil's been kind of in the tanker, but this is something I've been watching too. The RSI is showing that we're heading towards oversold territories, but that's okay. That can stay down there longer than it needs to be, basically. We pierced the 200-day moving average. I think alerts set at about 108.50 right here. You can look to take that short as a continuation. Just watch for the pullback, and take profits when they're offered. Remember, one of my mottos is you can't go broke taking profits. So now, let's see. We've got covered calls now is our next section that we're going to be covering. Actually, before I get into that, I'm going to go over to our futures. We're going to check out the futures market, which I have recently been trading. We're going to start with NQ, and we are on the still trading the June contract right now, which will add the volatility here. Guys, tech has been on a rip. It recently broke out over this resistance point, and it is now sitting up there and kind of resistance is right there. So it broke out, and it's sitting right at that resistance point. We've got on our indicator here, it's in a bull trend. Don't have a buy on the daily right now, but it's something to monitor. I'm watching for this as a continued long, and I'm looking for this red line to turn back into support. I'm not looking for any of these areas to really get retested this week. Next up is going to be the ES 500. Once again, let me switch back to the June contracts because that is what I am currently trading. This, as you see, is kind of a little bit different from NQ. It's holding this support line down here, which I believe was just an area that we had plotted as support. Anyways, I think it was just where those candles were. I'd actually probably get rid of that line. This is more of a support area right here. But we're seeing that, it's kind of range bound right now. I'm looking for a break to the top side or a break to the downside. It- Once again, our indicators showing that we're in a bull trend. There are no buy signals yet. We got a buy signal here and there. That's the engulfing candle, and we got the move up. So we're looking for something similar right there. And it did halfway fill this fair value gap. So just something to look for. On ES, when you're trading futures, you're going to go to YM. This is the mini Dow. It's kind of, the same thing as ES. It's trading a little range bound right here. You got resistance up above, which I believe that is the all-time high for the Dow. I'm looking for this. I mean, if you're looking for like a day trade or something, you can look for a continuation push back down. Look for a couple scalp moves going back short, maybe to test this area of the green boxes. If we break 39 180, basically, I'm going to look to take it long and run up to all-time highs. Then we're going to go over to our favorite precious metal, which is gold. Ever since this run up, this crazy run up from about, let's say, 2,000 to 2,300, it's kind of consolidated. Now, kind of the same thing that I just showed you with the Dow. I am looking to play. If I'm looking for an intraday move, I'm kind of looking for 2360, a breakout above that. Because right now you've got the higher lows. You posted a lower high right there, but I mean, it's holding this level of support right here. You can see this level right here. If it breaks down below that, I'm not looking to really play it short or take it any other direction. I'm just really looking for, and there's no clear direction right here. Usually I have like my trend indicator up there. If you look on the daily, right now it's technically in a bear trend, strong sell. We got a strong sell signal right now. So maybe I take that back a little bit. Maybe taking gold short in the short term is the better play here. Let's go ahead and go through on crude oil real quick. This one's a little different. This is the monthly trend line. This is the immediate daily trend line. And it kind of broke out where they intersect, and we're holding up. We're in a bull trend. I'm looking to take this name long any chance I get intraday and throughout the week. Looking to go long on crude oil. And, safe bet would be right now, taking it long and holding that position right there. Let's see where we're at on the shorter time frames here. Like I said, stuck in between those two barriers, but it's been holding these trend lines. Remember, this one's the daily and that one's the monthly. Currently in a bear trend from what my strategy says, but we'll look for that to shift and look for opportunity on the long side, in my opinion. And now we're going to go to the RTY, which is the Russell 2000. I should probably have done that right after the Dow, but currently right now this is stuck in a downtrend. As you can see, noted from up there, we've got sell signals, strong sells lit up. Right now, what I think is going to happen is you have this line of support right here. Should actually be a green line for me, but that's okay. It's red. What I'm looking for is, you can see the candles wicking up, so it is holding as support. I'm honestly targeting a partial fair value gap fill for an inevitable pushback down below that support, and probably look for it to, catch. OB means order block, so I'm looking for a move down to like 1950, probably 1932, in between there, to test that next level of support. So that's something to look out for there. And last but not least on my list for futures is ZS soybean. Soybean has recently seen a lot of downside. As you can see, it kind of consolidates, then it breaks down, consolidates, and then it breaks down. So what I'm looking for right here, boom, look at that, bear trend, strong sell. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for a break of 11,310. So be on the lookout for that, guys. Now, I've only got a little bit of time left, and I am going to probably cut this video short. And next week, I will add some covered calls into the mix. I'm going to throw some Forex in there. I'll try to come up with a better format, but let me know what you guys think. Comment, interact. Let me know. Give me some feedback. I appreciate it, each and every one of you. And let's make some money this week. Thanks, guys.